YouTube was good. Hey y'all, I'm back with another video. Hey man, so listen, real quick. If you are a person that like pop the balloon challenges, not the little young kids ones, I have a adult one, right? And it's from the original creator. It's more mature. I like maturity. I like something that stimulates my mind. These are great conversations that was had on this panel right here. So if you have not watched the season 2 reunion, that's what we finna get into. But I'm gonna highlight certain people because I like certain aspects of their conversation in their context. So right now we're gonna highlight Brian. He was phenomenal throughout the whole Pop the Balloon Challenge video. You know what I'm saying? He picked their brain and I like his stance as a man. You feel me? And standing 10 for real, regardless of what they threw at him, regardless of their responses, you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna watch him today and then we expand on some other people later, but let's get into it.
Next gentleman was definitely talked about a lot, all over. You know, there's clips of you on TikTok, Instagram, even Facebook. I don't even go on Facebook, but I seen it on Facebook. So, Brian, you already know we're talking about you.
Right.
Let's go ahead and take a look at your journey on Pop the Balloon.
How many kids you got?
I got 3.
You got 3?
Yep.
How many baby daddies?
I have 3.
You got 3 baby daddies.
Yes.
Okay. How many kids you have?
I have 2.
How many baby daddies?
2.
2? Okay. So you didn't think after the first one that you wanted to marry the next one?
No.
No? How many
And
kids
your
you
preference?
have?
I have 3.
You have
25,
3?
18, and 12.
Okay. How many baby daddies?
2.
2.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Real quick. Y'all don't run. Ladies, do not run because y'all heard him saying what he's saying. Listen, just sit back. Wait till y'all get y'all perspective. Now, if you feel any type of way, please leave it in the comments so we can, you know what I'm saying, have a conversation downstairs and talk about it. But do not leave, man. Just hear my boy out, man.
So it's no disrespect towards that, right? But I just want you to understand when it comes to a man of top tier, right? We give you a few from one man. That's it. If you have multiple from a different man, that disqualifies yourself.
So it disqualifies a top tier woman from getting a top
That's
tier
exactly
man.
right. Why? Because there's billions of women on this planet.
All right, Brian. So you came out episode 15. I was like, Brian, what are some of your deal breakers? You said you don't have not one, not any. But as we saw, as you went down the line, you did have a deal breaker, and that was women that have multiple baby daddies.
Right?
So, you know, what do you, is that something you came out knowing or?
Of course I came out knowing, but for that right person, I will compromise for that, right? And I think every man will compromise for that if they come in with multiple kids for multiple different men, right? We gotta like them like that. That was my deal breaker, but like I said on the show, then I would extend grace for somebody that I'm feeling like that. So that's what that was.
Okay. So then, why is that something you didn't say like up front when I was like, oh, what's your deal breaker?
Because after listening to the women, I don't know which one I was gonna like. You know, I didn't, as far as their responses, who I was gonna attract or, you know, pull energy from. So I didn't really know who I was gonna feel until I heard what they had to say. So that's that grace part right there, right? So even if they had multiple different kids from multiple different men, if I still like them like that, I would accept that, like real men do.
Okay. Okay. So you're kind of saying like you didn't want to say that just in case one of them popped on you?
All of them would have popped if I said that.
He was testing the waters.
Yeah.
But he was giving nobody grace. Why are you saying
Well,
grace?
I mean,
you were giving no grace.
even
You
though that
weren't sure.
we talked, me and this guy earlier, we was joking around. He said nothing wrong. Like it devalues the woman when you go through multiple men and have multiple baby daddies. We don't
I
want to
never-
deal with that. If you got 3 kids and 3 baby daddies, it's like, damn, your decision making skills are horrible.
Y'all forget
Okay.
that y'all are the ones who
And
playing
right
the
there.
scene.
Hey, real quick, let me touch on what he's saying because ain't nothing wrong with he's saying, you feel me? Listen, if you are a person with no kids, talking to somebody with, okay, let's just use, he say 3 kids, 3 baby daddies, and it could be vice versa. You got talking to a man with 3 kids, 3 baby mamas. Let me explain the strain that a person will put themselves in talking to you. If you have no kids and you're talking to somebody with 3 kids, 3 baby daddies or baby mamas, one, you are automatically going in with a limited amount of time that's gonna be given to you. What do I mean? If you have a job, 8 hours, 12 hours, 14 hours, 16-hour job. Then you got to come home and deal with 3 kids. We're not going to specify age. We're just going to say 3 kids. You got 3 different personalities, 3 different attention spans that's needed, right? And then you got homely duties. You have your own business to take care of. And when it's all said and done, how much time do I have? If any, because I am an option at this point going into this. Because why? You have a lot on your plate. You have job, you have kids, multiple kids, and then you're dealing with multiple personalities of baby mama, baby daddies, whether they all in tuned or not. And then you got your own personal things to do. Now it's like I'm done with all that. Do I feel like dealing with my partner? Do I want silence? Do I want to go to sleep? Or do I want to entertain you? I'm an option every day, right? Not only that, if you got miserable baby mamas or baby daddies, that's unnecessary drama that I don't want. And even if I compromise and say it is what it is, I have to deal with that. I have to deal with you putting your kids first because let's be honest, if you're not married, all parents that are not married are going to put their kids first. So now I'm taking a back seat to kids. It's whenever you have time. And let's be honest, time is limited versus me being with a single person. I mean, a person with no kids. I have all the time in the world. I can be spontaneous. We can go plan things. We can just pick up and go. But being with a person with 3 kids, 3 baby dads, or baby mamas, I am stuck. We can't just pick up and say, "Hey, let's go." You know what I'm saying? Because kids need routine. You can't just pick up kids from this school system and drop them in another school system. Or you can't just pick these kids up and go travel the world and homeschool them because you got to know the criteria. There's a lot being risked and at stake talking to somebody with 3 kids or just kids and you don't have any. You are limiting yourself to what you can do, where you can go, what the possibilities of y'all can be. It's a strain. It's a mental strain.
And then y'all forget that I'm 41 years old. I got a 25-year-old child. So you're basing your perception of me from 25 years ago.
Come on.
I'm not that person I'm not that kid that I was 25 years ago.
Speak on
And I'm
it.
not that young adult that I was 25 years ago. I've grown from that. I've healed from that. I now make better choices, better decisions.
Right.
And I live more of a healthy love life, you know?
Right.
Than I did then. So you're gonna tell me, oh, well, you got this many kids, I can't date you.
No,
oh,
shit
but
ain't
that
about the
happened
kids,
25
though.
years
It's
ago.
not the number.
See, he finna say it too, so I'm gonna let him say it.
At what
kids.
point are you going to give grace? Like, at how long are you going to, I don't want to use the word punish, for lack of better words.
Do it now. Spritz
Cause I know he gonna say it, but it's not even about the kids. Again, it's what I just touched on. It's the time, right? It's not the kids. It's the time, the limitation of time with you. It's the limitation of being able to go and do, the lack of spontaneousness. It's the baby mama or baby daddies you got to deal with. Their opinion matters, especially when you got their kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot that goes into that. Oh,
Came out and said, I don't judge a woman from their past.
then
We all
judged.
make mistakes. And then he basically just flat out judged.
That's the gentleman's preference. We're not judging you for how many kids. It's
Yeah.
how many baby fathers you got. If you
Okay.
get with a guy, and I'm 40 years old per
Yeah.
se, and I have 8 kids by 6 different women,
Yeah.
that says something.
And then everybody's situation is different.
That
like
part.
4
we all
kids
have
and
different
4 baby
circles.
daddies?
But that's not
3
what
kids
it
and 3
was. I
baby
have
daddies?
my children. I have by 2 different men, and I was in a 12-year relationship that was abusive. I escaped that by God's grace. I give thanks every day. And so when I moved on to the next relationship, I'm just looking for something better than what I had. And just because it was better doesn't mean it was for me. So when I realized this isn't for me, should I marry this man just because society is going to look at me like I'm a failure as a mother or as a woman? Or no, should I keep going and look for what is really for me? I'm
I'm
not going to
having
say
kids
that
by
I've
this
made
man?
all the best decisions as a young adult. I never
so I wanna ask him again. Anything that I say that spark any type of conversation in your mind, or anything, please put it in the comments. But if being with somebody 12 years, right? You got kids bomb, you been with them 12 years, and she said abusive. We gonna use that, abusive. What did you learn in 12 years for you to get out of it and go jump into something else? And then after she didn't specify how long for the second one, you didn't see no traits, you didn't see red flags, you still overriding the very things that put you in the bad situation the last time. There's no excuse for that. I'm 30. I have one child. Right? One. I didn't want to be a BD baby daddy with 2, 3, 4, 5 baby mamas. I didn't want to have a bunch of kids by different women. I want to have kids by the same woman. I wanted a little boy and a little girl by the same woman. I made better choices. I chose not to go have kids with nobody else. I had my son at 20. Again, I'm 30. My son 9 getting ready to turn 10. So I made better choices. There's no excuse. Now my little boy mama, on the other hand, she made poor choices. And this not me talking about it. I just want to give a perspective and a point of view from my end. I gave her first child. She since have had 3 other kids by 3 other dudes. That's 4 kids, 4 baby daddies. That's poor decision making. I'm a guy. One child. 10 years later, I still have one child. I'm not from relationship to relationship. So it's perspective based. I paid attention to details while I was in the relationship that I was in. And paying attention to details, I learned a lot of things. I seen a lot of triggers, a lot of red flags. I seen a lot of things that made me make better decisions and know what to look for going forward. So going forward, I made better decisions. I'm still one child. And I'm not just in relationship to relationship, because the moment that I'm talking to somebody, entertaining somebody, and I'm seeing certain things and hearing certain things, I already know that's a no-no. There's no excuse.
I never said I made the best decisions.
And that's
but
what we're referring to, the
Yeah.
decision-making skills.
Yeah.
You know?
But that's now, that's in the past. So you're not gonna meet a woman and she tell you she stole a candy bar at 14 years old. Oh no, I can't do that. I don't do thieves.
She's always
she,
a thief.
Yeah, she was a kid. She made a mistake. She ate that, and the candy bar is gone. So in my situation, I feel like I ate that. I ate that relationship that I went through. I ate being a young teenage parent. I ate it. Like the young kids say, you ate. I feel like I ate. I've grown from that. I'm not that person that I was.
The relationship
so why?
is awesome, but the key, you're bearing the man's children.
All right. So Janae, when
Man, nah, cause I can't let that go. I can't let them just nip that in the bud. It's not necessarily decisions of the kids for what she's pushing it for, but it's in a sense of, listen, you made decisions then that's gonna affect my now if I want you. What I mean is, your decisions of having those 2 kids with 2 different baby fathers, yes, it was back then. Cool, that's fine. Granted, you grew up. That's okay. I'm not saying that you can't communicate and articulate and love and do it. I'm not saying you can't do all the things, but I, a person with no kids, have to go into this and accept limited time being put on the back burner. Because if kids if they in clubs in school, they in sports, depend if they're older, they have jobs, you know what I'm saying? They have a life, they are into all these various of things. You have work, you have kids, you have sports and different things that you have to do with the kids. When do I have time? I don't have kids. I am bogged down, put on the back burner with everything that you have. So it's less of me and more of you and all of you and none of me. What do I like? What do I want? Where do I want to go? Not saying that you won't be considerate of those things, but still at the end of the day, everything is about y'all. We moving when y'all want to move. Doing what y'all want to do. When y'all want to do it and when y'all have to do it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, no, I have to accept that part of it, and I'm getting the short end of the stick. I don't have kids. And if I'm with somebody that's single, I can pick up and say, hey, let's go on a date. Hey, let's go out of town for a month or 2. Let's go out the country for a couple weeks. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can do that. We don't have kids. 2 people with no kids versus one person with no kids, another person with kids, we can't just uproot and go. It does not work like that. It's a sacrifice.
And you were having, your conversation with Brian during that segment. What was going through your mind when he's asking you all these questions? Like, okay, how many baby daddies? How many kids? What was your thought process? Like, if you want to walk us through that.
I'm true to my core. I'm not ashamed of my past. I'm not ashamed of my 3 kids. And if I wouldn't have the 3 baby daddies, I wouldn't have my 3 amazing kids. I don't allow him and his judgment to define me as a woman or where I stand on today. It's his preference.
It's not
he
judgment,
deserves a
bro.
queen of whatever that looks like for Brian. But for me, you have to accept me as a whole with a 4 unit. So it's either, are you even equipped to hold down this fort? You can't judge me. I didn't take anything personally. I talked to Brian afterwards. I said, I don't take anything personal. I'm not mad at you. It is what it is.
It's a
my
preference.
person is my person. You know what I'm saying? But like, people don't know how to live in reality. They want to live into society, and it's fake to me. I'm not with it.
Okay. And then I think Shayna, you wanted to say
So
something.
one thing I do want to say, which I said to you earlier, we all have our preference, which is fine. You might like them tall, you might like them short, you might like them with the kids. But I think it was just your delivery that really was kind of tough to watch. So that's all I had to share. We kind of chatted about it before. Everyone's entitled to what they like, but it's just the way you were speaking to the ladies, which was kind of harsh.
So speaking on that, Brian, do you feel like you could have delivered your message in a different way?
I think I wanted to deliver it the way I did, right?
Okay.
Because if I'm coming on some softness, you're not gonna really grasp what I'm telling you.
That's not.
Right? And the thing about accountability is you want me to deliver it the way you want to hear it. Nah, the truth hurts. The truth hurts. You got to be able to embrace that. We as men, we embrace accountability. And women have to do the same exact
Women
thing
do
and not get
embrace
angry
accountability. I'm not
and
angry.
feel like men
I'm
are
not-
aggressive
I'm not
and
being
feel like men are aggressive
You are being
when they're delivering what they're trying to say. Like, no, I wasn't disrespectful on the show, right?
And I don't mean to keep pausing. I don't want to be the reactor that I always pause, but she being combative because now her feelings hurt. But he's not saying nothing wrong. Like, and I'm gonna run it back. He's not saying nothing wrong. The truth hurt. And women or men, it's not gender specific, have to understand the consequences to your action, whether it's futurely speaking or pastly speaking. Listen, your past experiences and decision making does leak over into your elder years. It does not matter how old it was, and it's not a person not accepting what you are. We have a choice because I am in this situation. I am putting me on the back burner to talk to you. I can thrive with somebody of equal value. What do I mean of equal value? If I have no kids, you have no kids, we're equating. It's equivalent across the board. So if I want to be spontaneous and get up and do XYZ, you can be spontaneous and do XYZ. And if you can't because of job, this and that, we can realign and re-angle things where we can versus someone. It's hard to pivot when you have kids. If you have a 9 to 5, even if you have a business, because everything revolves around those kids and that situation of circumstances. So me walking into it with no kids, it is a lose situation depending on how you look at it. What am I gaining from this? Especially as a man. If you're coming from a man point of view, what do I get out of a relationship with you? Right? And then now, what do I get out of this relationship with you and your kids? Now, what do I get out of this relationship with you, your kids, your job, and whatever else you got on the back end of this? What am I getting? I'm getting the short end of the stick. My time is limited. Like, it's not, and I don't mean to be repetitive. It's just like she talking out of her, and they seeing it from the wrong point of view, wrong perspective. If they take themselves out the situation of where they are with the kids and put themselves in the situation of being single, I mean not single, but childless, and talking to somebody with kids, what does that look like for them? So it's like they're taking it wrong. He don't mean no harm.
And maybe I could have delivered a little bit a little bit softer. But
And
that's
then
not
James,
the route that I chose.
you wanted to say something?
Brother, the way you've
Hold
been
on
talking.
1 second. James is gonna go.
I wanted to say something about that. I understand both sides. You know what I mean? Like, for me, I don't care if a female has a starting lineup. You know what I mean? Like, I've dated girls that have multiple kids, you know, and I think that men think one of two ways. One is like, okay, you made horrible decisions. And then the other downfall could be, you know, these are extra mouths to feed or bills, you know. And for me, I love kids, you know, like I'm a kids person, so I don't mind dating a woman that has kids. So that's all I wanted to say is like.
Can I say something? Brian, I don't think your delivery was 100% wrong, but there is a difference between you as a type of man and there's another type of man. There's two different types of men. It's your preference, and it's a man that knows that he comes into this world to be a leader, protector, provider, who also knows that you're going to take care of a family as a whole. It doesn't matter if they're your kids or it takes a village to raise these kids. I didn't take any judgment, but if you prefer a woman with one kid or you want some more with more kids, that's on you. You're just not my person, and I'm not mad at you. And I'm not even mad at the world. And I don't give a fuck about anybody. If we can keep it G. You know, I take care of my kids. They're well taken care of. I'm an independent woman. And I deserve a strong man who's ready to take care of a household. Not saying that that's not you or no other man in this world. Everybody got their own opinion. And I respect you 100%. It is what it is.
And let me, hold on, wait, hold on. And I respect that.
Before he say anything, man, listen. It's the attitude behind it. They don't see his intentions. They overlooking his intentions. It's just his preference as a childish man. No kids. He's not saying nothing wrong. He's not attacking them. He's not being combative toward them. When he's saying what he's saying, it's his preference, because you see how headstrong she is about her kids and all the women are about their kids. That's the relationship right there. That's the relationship right there. And again, there are multiple different sides of men. You got Brian in the back. Old boy in the back that's trying to appease and not step on toes. And then you have Brian standing firm on his preferences because he know the burden that come with it. And it can be a blessing and a burden. It can start out as a burden, but if you have communication, she's willing to compromise. She's willing to see things from your perspective. It can work. We're not saying it can't work. I'm a person that I've talked to women with kids. I picked up the responsibility of, because I do love kids. But I, as a person that love kids and I've done it, I'm telling you, it is a hassle if you're not aligned and in an agreement. And especially if the woman don't have her business in order and you walking into it and you don't know it look good on the surface, then you get into it like, whoa. So he's not attacking. We'll let him talk.
Appreciate that, right? It's going to be a special type of man that's going to come in and take care of you and your unit. That's going to take care of you and your unit, right? Because most men want to start their own family, right? You know what I'm saying? So why would we come in and be a stepdad when we know if you have 3 kids, then I'm going to be the 4th? You're going to look at me like the 4th, even if I'm taking care of the house, right? Because they're not mine.
Because you're not a baby daddy or husband. You're not going to be a
You're
baby
the head
daddy.
of household. It's a difference.
I understand that, but I'm not their real father, right? So I'm not their biological father, right? So, and things come with that, right? It comes with, you may feel like, you know, I'm not raising your sons right.
Or you can't.
I'm going to dead this right now. I had a baby daddy that told me in front of my child, I am not his daddy. I don't need a nigga like that. And I said nigga.
You don't want one.
I need a man who knows who's going to come into a whole house. He's going to take mine as his. He's going to take me as his partner. It's one, honey. When you find a wife, you find a good thing. I'm not living into society or social media.
Oh, these ass. She cooking right now.
I don't get
man.
football.
What?
Why are they?
She cooking right now. They tweaking.
I appreciate you guys because this is real life. You show me the real deal. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to say too much more, but you know, that is
If you guys were to get together, hypothetically speaking,
Who?
Yeah, I'm just hypothetically
Just
speaking.
hypothetically, you and Brian.
You and Brian. If you and Brian were to get together, hypothetically speaking, can he put his hands on your children?
What? Put his hands on my
As far
children?
That's a real
yes,
question.
Yeah,
yes.
let's word that a
Can he?
little.
Well, we know what we're talking about. I mean, Brian, you understood what I was saying, correct?
Correct.
If your kids is acting up,
Yeah.
can he whoop your kids?
If
Like he
they
would whoop
need
his
it.
own son?
If they need it.
Uh,
I mean, let's
You
be
just have
real.
to be. You just
This
have
ain't
to
about
be
that, but let's
unrealistic.
be
If
real.
you're gonna whoop somebody else's kids, you just got to be ready for that repercussion.
The
right?
afterward.
Exactly. What
You
comes
feel
after
me?
that? Because as a father, nobody's gonna whoop my kids.
Exactly.
But if
barely whoop
I
my
am the
kids.
step parent of somebody else's kids, I'm a whoop them.
But you're not
and
gonna
I
whoop 'em for
understand
nothing.
that's
can't-
Now, for those who've tagged along and they hearing this out, you see how this conversation is expanding, it's getting deeper and deeper, it's hitting different points of views. Literally, that's what it is going into being a person with no kids, going into a relationship with somebody that has kids. There is a lot of gray areas. It is a mental burden. It is a mental war. Now you're a person that have full self-esteem. Hey, you have all the right intentions, and that can break you down. It can break you down because and they can make you really just mentally clock out and just be like, man, you know, I'm cool. And you came in with the great intentions, and that don't mean that you're not a man at all. That don't mean that you're not her. And no, that don't mean that. That just mean it's like this is a lot of work. This can mentally break you down before it builds you up. Because you got to get to a point with this person where they're comfortable with you, and they still can be comfortable. They can trust you. They still stand firm on what it is. Oh, you're not whooping my kids. I don't whoop them. But if I'm seeing your kids are irate and out of control and need discipline, as a man coming in, and I can't discipline your kids, you're not disciplining your kids. You just talking them through it, and they just still doing what they. It's a lot that come with it, and the more y'all listen, the more y'all understand. So it's like.
That's
whoop your
double.
kids, but
No,
it's-
Different
because
ways to discipline
I'm ready
kids
to fight
besides
for mine.
whooping them. Thank
I'm
you.
ready
I
to
got a
fight for mine,
5-year-old.
so-
My son has never had a whooping.
Listen, I'm ready to fight
Ever.
for mine, so I'm going to check you on that. And if dude wanted to check me on that, he has that
Yes.
right. And that's all I'm saying.
And,
is
no,
you
and
gotta-
those are the issues that
It's the
we
way to
deal.
do
And
it.
those are the issues that we deal with being a step parent. Like, and
Those
another
are the
thing that I want to
insecurities.
address is that, like Brian,
It's not no
I've been
insecurity,
hearing you
bro.
talk since we've been here all day. Like, your demeanor hasn't changed. So I want to say, like, I don't think that you were aggressive at all. I think that you were being you. And I appreciate
Exactly.
that authenticity that
Exactly.
you have been bringing. And I still got
Appreciate that.
and I still got a couple more jokes in the back of my head for your ass too.
Okay, y'all, let's wrap this up. And so Chanel, you were like the queen of facial expressions.
I was.
And everyone was showing you like I was getting tagged all over Instagram like, look at this woman, like she's making all the faces. And I feel like most of it was during Brian's segment. So let's take a look at all the faces you were making.
That disqualifies yourself.
So it disqualifies a top tier woman.
But
Yeah.
you're judging me on the fact that I have the choice.
No, I'm not judging you. That just means that I'm not for you. If you're gonna judge me because my second baby daddy didn't work out for me, then I'm not for you. You know, so I'm not judging
And I
you and your
understand that.
opinion
How many
and
kids
your
you have?
preference. I have 3.
So, you know what I mean? Like,
I appreciate it.
but you,
She said period.
So it's like when the mic was in front of you, you didn't say too much, but like your face was speaking for you.
I didn't even know the camera was on me. 'Cause,
Oh, yeah.
You know, because the way you guys are very strategic in the way you set it up, so I thought the cameras was focusing on them. So I was just sitting on the side like, I had no idea they had everything on there. But that's just me in general. But it was a little shocking. Like Brian came out, like some people were saying in the comments, like swinging, like on everybody. I don't have any kids, so and also I was thinking like, I wish he asked me some questions because I'm gonna get them. But it didn't come back to that. It didn't circle back, but.
And then just to go ahead and wrap up Brian's segment, you are writing a book.
Oh, when they get good,
sweat,
they want to come with these
taste
raggedy
test, sweat,
ass, bro.
go time.
Yes.
Or you actually wrote a book already. So is it finished?
Yes.
Congratulations.
Congrats.
Let's go
Perfect
ahead.
match. The perfect match. 7 keys to pop your balloon and find love. You can find it on Amazon for a pre-order, or you can find it on my website at perfectmatchbook.com.
But what is 7 keys? What do you mean 7 keys to?
Seven advices, 7 keys, 7 tips, right? 7 motivations, you know, to be able to pop your balloon like you did for me, right? or find love like you did for Reggie. You see what I'm saying? So that's pretty much what it is.
What are 3?
What are the 7 kids?
You gotta buy the book.
Gotta buy the
We
book.
gotta buy the book. We gotta buy the book.
Us one.
No spoiler alerts.
Buy the book.
Us one.
You were on our very first podcast that me and VM did, and we did talk a little bit about it. So let's take a little glimpse at that.
Man, we gonna get into the
definitely wanna
podcast,
pick
man.
this up right here. This is gonna make a lot of perfect matches. It's gonna save people a lot of time, right? This is definitely something that you want in your book collection. This is for all the readers.
So Brian, you said that this book is gonna get people a lot of matches.
Hey, dear dudes, dear men. Hey, man, whatever you believe in, stand 10 on it. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that ain't trying to, I ain't gonna say go along with what you got going, but anybody that's not willing to hear you out and see your perspective, honor your perspective, bro, you ain't gotta bend there no for nobody. I'm telling y'all, fool dude, even outside of this, he the same dude. You are entitled to your perspective. You are entitled to your opinion, what you think and how you feel. You feel me? So you do not have to fold. Everybody's entitled to their perspective, their opinion, what they want, what they need. So you do not have to fold and sway just to talk to somebody. I don't care how good they look. Bro, a person can look great, amazing, and y'all not compatible. Y'all just don't mix and mingle. That's not your speed. So we gotta get out of, as a generation. I'm a 90s baby. 90s and up. We gotta get out of what somebody look like and just go along to get along just to keep them around because they look good. Man, gang, if it ain't what you want or what you need, bro, let it go.
Right.
And then some of the comments during that podcast said, "How is Brian writing a book about matches when he didn't even get one?"
Right. And I
Don't
saw
need
that.
one.
And I saw that.
Don't need one.
Right. And I saw that. But, you know, every shot you take, you know, you're not going to make. Right. But at the same time, there's humility in the journey. Right. So I wrote the book so you can be able to take a different route or take a different approach than what I did so you won't get popped. Or for you to get chosen, right? So just because I didn't get a match, it doesn't mean I'm not gonna find a match, right? So my old lady somewhere might be somewhere else. I don't know. She might not be on the show. She might be watching the show. She might be waiting for me to come get her, wherever she might be.
You might be
right?
overseas.
It might be, you know. I might be a passport bro, right? Because our black American women tripping around here. I'm gonna keep it real with you.
No.
Y'all tripping, you dig? Y'all
Take
tripping.
accountability.
Don't have us go abroad and find somebody else that's of a different ethnicity when you right here at home. Please
They're
don't
not
do
making
that.
it back from home, from over there.
I
No
like that
passport, bro.
nigga,
So
man.
be safe.
So is anybody here picking up Brian's book? Y'all picking
I'm
up
gonna
the
buy
book?
it.
Okay.
I support.
Good.
I'll just put it on the shelf.
How much is it?
She
It's
gonna read it.
$22.99.
Okay.
So it's reasonable. It's reasonable. It's $9.99 on Kindle. You can pre-order it.
Nice.
All right.
All right. Well, I'm glad you were able to write that book, and I do hope that you get lots of sales on it.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Everybody reads in
Thank
on
you.
it.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
All right. So
I'ma get it.
on
I'ma get it.
episode 20, it ends.
All right, y'all. So we just gonna wrap it up on my boy Brian's behalf. Again, I am gonna hear some other people's narrative and perspective, so y'all will see that in other videos. But for the most part, bro, I like dude's stance. Again, bro, y'all have to just go watch those videos, and I'll put them in the description so you can watch the actual footage of it. And then if you want to come back and see my point of view just off my reaction, what he was saying, and go from there, that's cool too. But man, y'all stay tuned. We coming with bangers again. I will be sitting down, taking time to work on this Discord, man. I ain't even started yet, but it ain't gonna take me long to put it together. But man, y'all stay tuned. Man, we got some bangers coming, man. But yeah, without further ado, man, we go.